Livy, this is all my fault. I'm so sorry.
Livy had been silent on the entire car journey to the hospital. She was focusing on driving and biting her lower lip.
Ford, it's not your fault. Just be glad we found him and we were able to call for an ambulance.
Livy, are you okay?
I'm fine, Ford, alright?
Livy parks the car, getting out quickly and slamming the door. Ford stares at her.
Well, if that's how you're gonna be, I'm going to assume you blame everything on me.
Livy doesn't say a word.
Livy?
Ford, it's my fault.
Wait, what?
I should have told you. I should have told someone. I should have called the police. We all know that blackmail is an illegal offense. If I'd only contacted someone about it.
You didn't know what would happen, though.
It was so stupid not to act. We were all too caught up in following Johnny's wishes of not telling anyone when we knew there could be serious consequences.
You weren't being stupid. You were being a good friend.
It was being the opposite of a good friend, Ford.
What makes you say that?
A good friend would have informed someone so that Johnny and you could have been protected.
It's not about me, Livy. I'm fine. It's Johnny that it isn't.
Eliana won't get away with this.
I'd love to know who ran Johnny over.
Wasn't it just an accident?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Someone did it on purpose. I know they did. That car back there barely had a dent on it, and whoever was driving it had run so they didn't get caught. I'm sure if it was an accident, they wouldn't have run. And wouldn't it be coincidental that it was Johnny that got hit, whilst he was going to meet Eliana?
You're right.
For once.
You're always right.
I don't need flattery, Livy. Just stating facts. And I'm not stopping until we find who did it.
Well, we can rule out Eliana. Plus, she can't drive anyway.
The fact that someone can't drive doesn't mean they didn't do it, because any teenager could get in a car and try to drive it.
Wouldn't it be more likely to be someone that can drive?
Probably, but we can't rule anyone out except ourselves.
Alright, well, it wasn't my dad because I have the car.
And my mom would never do that. And I'm pretty sure Cassie wouldn't either.
My mom wouldn't, don't worry. Wait.
What is it?
Yvonne! She drives. She's Eliana's mother.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It must have been Yvonne.
Not saying it was, just an idea.
I bet Yvonne knew Eliana's plans for me and Johnny, and she wanted Johnny not to arrive so that Eliana still carried out her scheme against me.
That makes so much sense. Oh no. What do we do now? Will Johnny survive?
I don't know. But Yvonne is gonna pay for this. Whose aunt would purposely run over their nephew's best friend? We didn't make up. Well, what if Johnny thinks I hate him?
Ford, Johnny knew you cared. Johnny knew you treasured his friendship more than anything else in the world.
How did he know that, though?
He was your best friend. He could read you like a magazine. I'm sure this morning he knew you were going to make up. And obviously you know he cares about you. Or else he wouldn't have tried to meet Eliana to save your skin.
And now both Johnny and I are in trouble. But it's Johnny that matters now.
Of course. But you matter too.
I should have let Eliana get on with things at the start, because no matter what she does to hurt me, I'll still be here. I'll still be me, and even if everyone laughs at me, hates me, I'll still have all my friends and family. They'll never hate me, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. I wish I could think like that. And popularity doesn't matter. It's what's best for you.
Eliana can't bring any of us down.
Definitely. Eliana was never going to win. Her aim was to make you unhappy and even worse than you were before she arrived. And I feel like she's just made you feel even better about yourself.
I do feel better. I've thought differently about a lot of things since Eliana broke my trust, if I truly did trust her.
No one should trust her.
Before she broke my trust, I didn't even really know what to define trust, but now I know who I truly trust.
I know what happened is awful, but I'm pleased you're thinking of the positive things. And I'm glad at least some good has come out of this.
Me too.
Shall we go inside now?
Of course.
It's someone from the hospital on the phone, Mum.
Wait, why?
No idea. They want to speak to you. Lila takes the phone from Kara.
Hello? What has happened? Wait, what? No! Oh no. Yeah, I'm coming right away. Bye.
What's happened?
Johnny been in an accident.
What sort of an accident?
A road accident. He was on his bike. Apparently Ford and Livy are already there.
Did Ford and Livy find him?
Yes, they did. They called for an ambulance immediately.
Oh no, I hope he's okay.
Heard anything recently?
I just had a text come through.
Who from?
Ford.
What did he say?
They found Johnny.
Surely that's a good thing, though?
Well, of course, but something happened.
Like what?
Ford said Johnny was in an accident.
An accident?
Yeah, a road accident. He and Livy found him and phoned for an ambulance.
Oh no. Ford must be distraught.
I can't really tell how he feels by his text. I think for now it's best if we just stay out of this and give him a little space. At least until he gets home. Nothing we do is going to change the facts.
Alright, fine. But I'm so worried about him.
Me too. But we'll get through this as a family. I promise.
Should I tell some people?
But only the people that Johnny knew, or that he was close to, alright? Also, Livy said that she'll give Ford a lift home later.
Okay. I think I'm going to see Lewis. Are you alright with that?
Of course, yeah, you go. Have some fun.
Thanks, Mum. I'll be back before dark.
Hey, Ford.
Lila gives Ford a quick hug.
Hey,
How is he?
I don't know. Only family are allowed to see him right now.
Do you know what happened? Was it on purpose? And if so, who?
I, have no idea.
You don't sound convincing.
I just told you that I, don't know what happened at all. Only that it did happen.
You obviously know what happened, Ford. I can tell you're lying.
Shut up, Kara.
Not until you tell Mom the truth.
I already said the truth.
And you're still lying.
You two, quit it. Ford, what's wrong with telling me?
The fact that if I tell you, you're gonna blame it on me.
She won't, Ford.
Livy's right. Please tell me. For Johnny.
Look, Ford, no one blames you.
Fine. Alright. So it's not confirmed, but we're both pretty sure that Yvonne was the one who hit Johnny. On purpose.
Why couldn't you tell me?
Because I thought you'd just blame it on me. Seeing as Yvonne is my aunt and I provoked her daughter.
That's not your fault.
Sure feels like it is.
You cannot be blamed for your aunt's actions. And something was going to happen eventually anyways. They were probably always plotting.
I didn't help. I made things worse. I provoked them. Maybe if I hadn't.
Were you driving the car? No. Therefore, you cannot be held responsible.
Ford doesn't reply and looks at the floor.
She's right, Ford. And anyways, I still should have told you about the blackmail. That didn't help anyone.
Yes, Livy. You should have told me as soon as Johnny told you. But right now, it doesn't matter. What matters now is Johnny, and nothing else. Right now, I don't think I'd even be fazed if Eliana did something against me.
I still hope she doesn't.
Hope all you like, but I did learn things about Eliana. She's a determined teen and she won't stop.
Ford, she can't get away with telling people personal things about you. At least that's what I presume she's going to do.
Yes, she can. Our family have always been good at getting away with crime. And probably...
Maybe it's my fault.
Don't you start as well.
Why?
I haven't been exactly nice to Johnny.
I think we already know that.
Or you, Ford.
Why do you think it's your fault?
Because Johnny used to look up to me, and now all he sees is hatred when he looks at me. Maybe if I was more protective, Johnny wouldn't have been driven to follow Eliana's orders.
Even if you didn't do what you did, Johnny probably still would have been blackmailed and may have given in just to protect me. The only reason Johnny was in an accident was because he was protecting me. He didn't have to, but he did.
He obviously really cares about you.
He wasn't expecting my aunt to drive a freaking car into him, though.
Expect the unexpected.
Not helpful, Libby. Yvonne clearly did it to spite me.
Well, obviously.
Do you think Johnny will hate me if he wakes up?
If?
Well, we don't know yet, do we?
No, but you need to stop being so pessimistic.
Will he hate me, though?
No, of course not.
How do you know that?
I don't?
Exactly! This is my fault!
Don't you think that you've expressed that enough? And no, Ford, it isn't.
We'll see what Johnny has to say to add to the matter when he wakes up.
Fine, but I know he won't blame you. You didn't do anything, Ford.
I never got to say my apology. I never got to make up with him. What if I never do? What if I have to live with this?
Hey.
Sabrina?
I phoned her. She was sobbing the entire time.
I was not!
Crying is not embarrassing.
Is Johnny gonna survive?
No idea.
We never made up.
What do you mean?
We fell out. I haven't spoken to him since Friday, and now knowing we may never make up, I feel so distraught. What if we do never make up? I never told him I love him.
You love him, and you haven't spoken since Friday.
Yes, to both things. Oh gosh.
That makes me realize something.
Realize what?
I was the last person to ever say a word to Johnny before the accident. I was the last person Johnny ever spoke to.
Treasure that moment, Ford. Don't feel bad about being the last person that spoke to him.
If Johnny wakes up, if he still wants to be friends, I will treasure our friendship and never take it for granted ever again. Especially after what happened this week. I shouldn't have changed just because I had an accident.
What are you talking about?
Johnny said I'd changed a lot since I came out of hospital. He also said the friendship had been different since then. And he's right. And I really want to fix that.
As soon as he wakes up, you can tell him how you feel, Ford. He'll understand. Johnny always listens to people.
How do you know that?
Because
Yes?
I remember Johnny when he was about 7 years old.
What was he like?
Sweet, energetic, cheerful, positive. The best kid you could be around.
And what do you remember about that moment?
I was upset. I was only 11 and I needed someone to talk to. Johnny listened to me, unlike my brother or mom. He cared. And I know he cares about you too, Ford. You're lucky to have a best friend like Johnny. And he's lucky to have you.
Thanks, Livy.
No problem. Do you want me to take you home?
Yeah, I think Amber and Mum need me right now. There's not much use in hanging around here.
Don't worry, I'll call you when there's news.
Thanks.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, Louis, you okay?
You look as white as a sheet. Should be asking you if you're okay.
There's been an accident.
Involving who?
Johnny. I can't imagine how Ford must feel right now. He must be absolutely distraught.
What happened?
He was hit by a car. It was only a text though, so I have no idea what emotion Ford was conveying.
He and Johnny need our support now. We have to help them as much as we can.
And we will.
Ford, come on. Being mopey isn't gonna help Johnny. You have to be strong.
How can I even be strong?
You can think about all the good memories you've had with Johnny, and think of all the good times he'll have whenever he wakes up.
I can try.
Good. That's all I ask.
Johnny's strong, right? He'll survive, right?
Yes, Johnny's one of the strongest people I know. He will survive. I promise you, Ford. Trust me.
I don't trust many people, but I think I might just have to make an exception with you.